Happy New Year. We get two New Years in Mary Kay, July 1st and again on January 1st with the rest of the world. But I wanted to come to you today with just a few thoughts I've had as I've been pondering the new year these last 5 or 6 days. And usually we're getting ready to go to seminar. So we would be getting all excited about what we're going to wear, who we're rooming with, what we're going to do when we get there. And unfortunately, we'll be having a virtual seminar this year, and we're joining the rest of the world. It isn't any different for anyone else. So I just want to share with you my thoughts and just paint a little picture of what it was like, not so that you can wish that you were there, but so that you can start to visualize where you want to be next year on the seminar stage. Because we know that we'll be through this, and next year we'll all be in Dallas together, and you could be taking your first walk across the seminar stage, or your 10th walk, or your 25th, or your 35th. And so let's just think about this. Back in 1986, I had the opportunity to take my own money and buy a plane ticket and find some roommates through Mary, my director and recruiter, who said, you should room with these ladies. I knew nobody. I went to the airport. I met my roommates at the airport, and we jumped on a plane and went to seminar. And I was so nervous and afraid and worried and fretful. And then I met one of my friends who is still a friend of mine, Elisa Rindels, who convinced me that I was in the right place at the right time, that I was going to actually meet Mary Kay Ash. And so I went to seminar and heard Mary Kay Ash speak for an hour and 15 minutes, and it forever changed my life. Well, we don't get to do that anymore. We haven't gotten to do that since Mary Kay passed away. So we still get to go and hear from mentors and all of the people who have broken records and met their goals and achieved so much. You know, we still got to do that even when Mary Kay passed, but we can do that now through the video lounge. We have access to so much inspiration. I think we're inspirationed out. I do fill my mind with, I listen to all kinds of pastors. There are different messages throughout the week. I listen to my Mary Kay mentors. I have my favorite podcasts that I listen to. And when you do that, you don't have room in your mind for doubt. So back to my first seminar, watching the people walk across the stage who had won diamond rings, gotten keys to Cadillacs, diamond B pins, all of those things, all in their evening gowns, which inspired me to come back home and set a goal. Did I know what it took? Not at all. Not until I got on the airplane coming back. And I switched my seat to sit next to Mary, and I said, I want a car. I'm going to cross that stage in the National Queen's Court of Sales next year, and I need you to write it on this legal pad how to do that. So she did. It was 3 + 3 + 3. Very simple, 3 parties a week, 3 interviews, 300 in sales. And of course, that's changed because what it used to take to do 300 in sales, you can now sell about 1,500 because of the amount of products and the prices of the products. Keep in mind that the most expensive product that I sold back in the beginning was 15. It was a little jar of eye cream about that big, like the size of Indulge Soothing Eye Gel. And if a woman bought that, you knew she was rich because it was 15. And so we would get excited when we sold a $47 set. We would get excited when we sold a $15 eye cream. But it didn't matter to me. It really did not matter what I was selling, how much it was. I calculated nothing. I didn't calculate what it cost me to make my dream come true. I didn't calculate what my hourly rate was because I had a mission to win a free car with insurance paid 85% of that, plus license plates that were covered. So that was the beginning. 7 months later, I had earned my first car because I did 3 + 3 + 3. and I didn't have any outside influence. I called Mary every day. She had already done it. You take advice from someone you would trade places with. And I went to work. I didn't have distractions. The biggest change for me, and probably the most difficult for me, was learning to say no. I've just learned to say no probably in the last 10 years. We want people to love us. We want people to include us. We want to be important. I was all of those things. So I never said no to anything. But I did know I had to hold those 3 parties. So if the 3 parties were booked and my friends wanted to do something fun, I had to say no. I never, ever missed anything. So I want to talk about what it looks like to take that same passion and dream and vision that I captured from going to seminar, what it looks like right now today. How do we transfer that to the world we live in today? So I want to just say the very first thing is pre-decide. Pre-decide, okay? So it's pre-decide where you're going to be July 1 next year. Don't decide for this month and the next month and the next month and the next month. Make long-term goals. Have a long-term vision. Vision is how people survive. And we know that it's biblical. Where there is no vision, the people perish. So what is your vision? Where do you see yourself? December 31st, like January 1st, how do you want to wake up? How do you want to wake up at the end of the quarter? So you're the CEO of your company. You get to make plans. So I decided, and I call it pre-deciding because it's not a decision right now. It's a decision for the future. So pre-decide. Then call your director, call your mentor, call someone who's where you want to be. No, we're not calling across. We're not calling our buddies that are going to make us feel good about what our choice is or our choices are not. We are calling someone who holds us to a higher calling. And that's the calling that you're supposed to have. And so that's who I want you to call and share what you want to do. Like in 1 year, where do you want to be in 1 year? Nothing's off the table. Okay, I had a starter kit. I had gone to seminar and suddenly I'm telling Mary that I'm going to win a car. She didn't laugh at me. No one is going to laugh at you, so stop thinking they are. No one is going to say, well, you told me that before. No one says those things when you reach up. So we pre-decide, then we call our director, our mentor, someone who's where we want to be, earning what we want to earn. We reach up to them and we strategize. But think yourself, what will this take? How many faces? We know it will take at least a power start to do anything in Mary Kay right now. A power start on Zoom, on live, however you want to do it, Facebook Live. I prefer Zoom because I want to get with the people. I want to be talking to them. I don't want to talk to a camera and wonder who's talking to me. I want to be on Zoom. I want to be on FaceTime. There's Facebook Messenger. You can create a group, and many people are on the screen at one time. Then once you get a strategy and a plan, take action. Take action. Do you think I like taking action to book people, to call them, to follow up and do all those things? I like the result. I like where I'm going to end up next June 30th. I'm going to wake up July 1st making plans to go to Spain. I've already looked at the videos. There's this castle I want to visit. There are all these things, but it wouldn't matter if it was Spain or if it was Townsend, Montana. I'm going because I can hang out with the women who are making it happen. I can rub shoulders with them. And iron sharpens iron. And you will become the 5 people you're around. Okay, so I wrote a few notes. Okay, so we've decided, we've got a strategy, we need to take action. But before that, you need to be 100% committed. There is no wavering. There is no changing it when something happens and the bubonic plague takes over the whole country, there's no saying, oh, well, guess this wasn't my year. That has never been me. It will never be me. And it's not you. And don't let yourself be convinced by anyone, not even yourself, that reality is a better focus. Be the one who in the end says, in spite of it all, here's where I ended up, okay? Once you've committed and you've taken action, or you've committed and you've made a plan and you're all ready to take action, don't just start running in every direction. You need simplified systems, which I've created all of them. I have a simplified system for every area of our business, every single one of them. So all you have to do is call me and say, I need a system for a brand new consultant and her starting out. I need a system for processing a new team member. What do you do, Shelley, when you process a new team member of mine? Okay, I need to meet with you and my husband so that you can tell him, here's how it works. So we do a meeting with the people that are the most important to you so that they understand when you aren't going out to dinner every night with them, that it's more valuable for you to hold an appointment, because in the end, you never have to say no to anything that's family. On the front end, you're going to have to say no to some things so that you can get this rolling. And he won't be unhappy when you hold appointments, so much so that every week you're rolling up $100 bill and tying a ribbon around it and putting it on his pillow and saying, this is an unconditional $100 bill. They love that. Okay. Simple, repeatable systems. I have so many people that say, oh my gosh, Shelley, you are just so, how do you get everything done? You're so amazing. You're so good. No, I am amazing. Yes, thank you. However, I have systems. I'm going to just name a simple one. I roast vegetables on Sundays and Wednesdays, and then they're ready. And some people say, well, I don't want to pre-prep food for a week. You know what? You pre-prep food every single night. How stressful that would be for me to have to plan every day and every night a different meal. Plan it twice a week. Make enough to make all these varied meals. When I cook chicken, there's enough for me to have Sunday's dinner, Monday something chicken, Tuesday something chicken, Wednesday it starts all over. Something different Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Cook salmon, enough for the opposite meal. Cook halibut, enough for the opposite meal. Cook the things you know you're going to have. Plan that. Don't sit there and think you're suffering because you have to take a day in food prep. You decide it. You control the controllables so that you have more freedom. It's not control, it's freedom that you're taking care of. You're getting more freedom by doing these things. I got invited out to dinner last night at my neighbor's, and it was kind of a last minute thing. And so I showed up with a tray full of food, and she said, how did you do this in that short period of time? I know that if you're having a steak and there's going to be guys there, you've got to have some potatoes, and we didn't have any. So I pulled sweet potatoes out of the oven, put them in French fries, put them in little fries, and roasted them in the oven at 425 in some olive oil. Done. And then I made this other little grape salad that you whip up because I had sour cream and brown sugar and cinnamon. Put that together, throw it on the grapes, add some pecans, and you've got a salad. So have your go-tos for food. Do you think hungry people care what you put on the table? No. So I know that I got carried away on that part, but simplify everything so that you have more freedom. Okay, then, oh, this is the biggest part. Okay, so I'm kind of through all that, but let's talk about the inside job. Once you decide you're going to take action, it's really great the first day. You're doing all the stuff, you're calling the people, you got a booking, you got this going on, and like 3 hours later, everybody canceled. And then the next day, you have to do it again, and the next day, and the next day. And then everybody canceled. You're supposed to have $1,000 week. Nobody came. None of that happened. And so, oh, I guess this really isn't for me. I think God's sending me a sign that I should back away. No, that's not God saying you should back away. That's you trying to make an excuse. Because when you don't have a 100% committed heart, you will make excuses. And they all work. They all work. So, the inside job. What's the inside job part? Okay, that's listening to the $1,000,000 message every single day, attaching it, anchoring it to something you already do, brushing your teeth, putting on moisturizer, whatever it is. The minute you brush your teeth, you dial the 641-715-3900, access code 44336 pound. You get that call on and you start listening. Maybe it's on the way to work. So every single day, you're listening to something positive. The other thing I do, I'm surrounded, my bathroom mirror, surrounded by positive affirmations and like basic edicts about how I'm going to build this national area. Here's what you do. You know this is what you're good at. You're going to do it a lot, okay? So I'm going to do it a lot. Then the inside job, absolutely no negativity. No, no, no. Run blind screaming. I have been known to hide in a different grocery aisle because I'm not going to speak to someone whose life is doom and gloom. That is not my calling. So I steer clear of that. Now, we know that the people that we love, we're going to listen to them. We're going to problem solve. Speaking of problem solving, the only thing we really have to get good at in life, just in life, is being a world-class problem solver for you. So I have my way of being a world-class problem solver, and I'm not even going to discuss what those things are, but there are certain things I don't allow into my world because that's a part of world-class problem solving. And so you need to be a world-class problem solver. If the roof fell in right now, I need to get my notepad out, my yellow legal pad, and write a plan of how I'm going to get the roof back up. It's not freak out and call everybody and tell them. It's make a plan. Like I'm here by myself. I'm doing all this. I get to pick. So when everything goes awry or everything goes great, I get to make the choices. I get to make the decisions. But I don't have the luxury of freaking out because I have a mission, I have a dream, I have a plan. I'm creating a national area. And so I don't have time for a day to have a pity party, to have a meltdown over something that didn't go right. I don't look at the things that don't go right ever. I just don't. Okay. So then, okay. Daily decisions. That's a big deal. We talked about that throughout this. So the daily decisions, getting up and choosing joy every day, choosing to listen to your $1,000,000 message every day, choosing to do your affirmations every day, choosing to get some exercise every single day. I pre-decide my daily meals pretty much a few days in advance because I knew yesterday was the 4th of July and I knew for sure I was eating ice cream. So I went on a hike. We took a lunch. We went up to the Continental Divide. So I had this lunch. We opened our lunch. I was with my neighbors and they had sandwiches and chips and I had hard-boiled eggs and a little thing of fruit. And my neighbor Scott said, "That's what you're eating for lunch?" And I said, "This is what I'm eating, Scott, because I know I'm having steak and all kinds of fun stuff for dinner and we're having ice cream. And so this is what I'm having for lunch." So you can pre-decide your day for any area, working out, eating, spending time with your family, spending time in devotional time, reading your Bible. All of that can all be scheduled in. So Mary Kay created the weekly plan sheet for us, and I really recommend, I know it's old school, get it out and use it every week. Hang it on your refrigerator for your family to see because people buy in to something they're a part of. When they can be a part of the win, they will buy in with you. So get them on board. Have them help you. People say I'm a terrible delegator. Sometimes I'm like, no, I'm a great delegator. I'm a really great delegator because I honestly have delegated all the responsibility in my castle to other people. And I empower them by saying, you know what? That's really your decision. It's your area. Whatever you want to do with that tree and cut those branches down, that's you. You're the lawn manager, the yard manager. You take care of all that stuff. So you just go ahead and cut those branches out. So of course he cut the branches out. I came home that night and I looked and I went, wow, that was a little overcut, but you know what? I get to live with it because I delegated it. So now I can see a lot more of the neighborhood. I don't have as much privacy. Oh, well, it's fine because I have a whole nother privacy area with a whole fence of Virginia creeper. So I was over it in 30 seconds. I gave it away. So what can you give away and let someone do and let them feel great about doing something for you and making it be really great? Because I said, oh my gosh, this looks so good. He said, are you mad at me? Because look at it. And I said, are you kidding? I'm not mad at you. This is amazing. This is so beautiful. It's exactly what I had in mind. That's what I said. I walked inside and I went, well, it's okay. It'll all be fine. It's a tree. It's a tree. So learn to delegate. And let me see if there was anything else. Oh, this is the biggest part. This isn't really a fun part because when you wake up next July 1st and you've made all your dreams come true, like me going to Spain, and you're going to be on the court of sales and the court of sharing, and you're going to win all these things, and you're going to be an all-star, and you're going to get what's that thing called? Their purses, Ted Baker, maybe? Okay, the bags, you're going to get those, and you're going to get all these star prizes, and you're going to be so happy. But I will tell you, to get there, you will be working unlike anyone else. You can't look left or right because it's not their dream. It's your dream. It's not their family. It's yours. It's not your free car or their free car. It's yours. It's your free car that you will be driving. Doesn't matter what it is. When you're driving a free car, you can hardly even believe that you landed in this world with this gifting. And you just go, wow, like I got a free car. This is the craziest thing ever. And then another one comes, and another one, and another one, and another one, and more gifts, and more prizes. But the biggest gift is whatever you decide your reason is. My reason is for peace and calm and being at home, working from my castle, being able to be there on a whim if someone needs me, because canceling anything in Mary Kay can be rescheduled. It's never, ever affected my business when I had to run and be with family or be with a friend who lost a husband or be anywhere for someone who I love. And that is why I do what I do. Okay, so my mission to build a national area is totally about you. It is about you getting your dreams in your life, like not way out there, not on a vision board, but in your life, in reality, really making them come true for you and your family. There is no greater joy for me. If I could, or when I have 20 of you who are sales directors, who are earning enough money to do whatever you want, whenever you want. I'm not talking money that is unreal. If you want that, yeah, that's great. But money to buy you the choices you want. And if someone had told me when I wrote my check for $85 for my starter kit, that one day my commission check would be $17,600 for 1 month, I would have said, you're crazy. That will never happen to me. But you know what? It has, and it can happen to you. If someone had said, you're going to have 18 free cars, boom, 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 one after the other, after the other, after the other, and they're just going to get better, I would have said, oh no, I'm not staying in this that long. I'm educated. If someone had said, Shelley, you will spend your life working from home in calm, in peace, in serenity, designing every single day the way you want it to be, I never would have believed that when I wrote my check for $85. I could only see one step. Take one step, and see what God has planned for you after that one step. You'll be amazed. So I hope this is helpful. And I just wanted to really encourage you, dream big. Make this your year. Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't. Just walk away, keep your dream in your heart, but make a plan. Commit to it 100%, because until you commit, God doesn't know which way to work. You cannot ride the fence, okay? So be in this with me. Pinky promise, okay? Be in this with me. It's going to be a fabulous year. I'll see you at the top. Bye-bye.